Hello dear students. In the previous session we were discussing the problems on your Levi-Civita symbol and delta ij symbol. Also in most of the problem we have seen the relationship between delta ij and epsilon ijk symbol, right? So now let's continue with the problems in this session. We have a problem that is they have given that D is equal to determinant of Aij. Okay, this Aij is some matrix that I may express that as Aij is equal to A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. This is some matrix and I'm denoting this 3 cross 3 matrix as Aij. So if I want to find out determinant of Aij, this is as simple as this, right? Determinant of A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So here this is about position of the rows and columns. Am I right? So in the place of 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, we may have any suffixes. It's need not to be this. Okay, so I will consider in general that AIP, AIQ, AIR, AJP, AJQ, AJR, AKP, AKQ, AKR. Here IJK, this is nothing but your rows. PQR talks about the column. So just compare with this. 1, 1, 1, that means first row. 2, 2, 2, that means second row. 3, 3, 3, that means third row. Here 1 represents first column, 2 represents second column, 3 represents third column, right? So similarly we have taken a general matrix here and I will denote this general matrix as Aij. In the problem what they are telling is, this is matrix, so determinant of this matrix is equal to some D. Okay, we have to verify epsilon ijk epsilon pqr into D is equal to AIP, AIQ, AIR, AJP, AJQ, AJR, AKP, AKQ, AKR. This is what we have to verify. So now since we have epsilon ijk as well as epsilon pqr, depending the values of these ijk pqr, our determinant will become, right? So we will be having 3 cases. Why? Because we have epsilon symbol. From the definition of epsilon ijk symbol, we will define epsilon ijk as 0, -1, 1, 0 when it takes the suffixes 2 or more suffixes or equal, then the value of epsilon ijk is 0. If it is in acyclic order, then the value is -1. If it is in cyclic order, then the value is +1. This is from the definition of epsilon ijk symbol, right? So using that, we will be having 3 cases now. In the first case, if any of or if at least 2 of ijk or 2 of pq are equal, okay, then both sides of this equation are 0. That means, let me consider that I and j are equal. So this will become epsilon k epsilon pqr into D is equal to, I is equal to j, so you will get AIP, AIQ, AIR and AIP, AIQ, AIR, AKP, AKQ, AKR, right? If 2 rows are equal, then the matrix will be 0. the determinant of that matrix will become 0. This is from the basic principle of our matrix, right? So from the definition of epsilon ijk, this value is 0. 0 into anything is 0. So your equality satisfied. That means if any 2 of ijk or 2 of pq are equal, we have verified that LHS is equal to RHS. Similarly, I have to prove for cyclic and acyclic also. Okay. So this is my first case. The second case will be if ijk and PQR are both cyclic or acyclic. That means either these 3 suffixes are cyclic or these 3 suffixes are acyclic. So if it is cyclic, the value of epsilon ijk is 1, epsilon PQR is 1 into D. D is nothing but determinant of Aij. So here in the RHS part, I have determinant of Aij. That means LHS is equal to RHS. If ijk and PQR are acyclic, then the value of epsilon ijk will be minus 1. Similarly, the value of epsilon PQR is minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. Plus 1 into D is D itself. Again, D is nothing but my determinant of Aij. And in the RHS part, I have determinant of Aij. So, in the case of cyclic or acyclic, the result verified. Right? So, now what I will consider is one is cyclic and another one is acyclic. Okay. So, if I consider in that way, that means I have ijk or cyclic and PQR or acyclic. So now for acyclic part, you will get a matrix in terms of transpose, right? That means your rows and columns gets interchanged. So you will get the whole part as minus determinant of Aij. Okay. So similarly, in the LHS part, what will happen? For epsilon ijk, the value is 1, and for epsilon PQR, the value is plus 1. So plus 1 into minus 1 into D is minus D. Minus D is nothing but minus determinant of Aij. In the RHS part, you will be having minus determinant of Aij. So we have verified the given equality in all 3 cases. Okay. Now let's move to next problem. That is, if this is true, then we have to prove that this is also true. This is what our second result. Okay. So now what if you observe your RHS part, I can set Aij as delta Ij. So AIP will be delta IP, AIQ is delta IQ, AIR is delta IR. Similarly, JP is JP itself, but in the place of A, I have delta. That's it. Okay. Now, since D is equal to determinant of Aij, so this will become determinant of delta Ij now, right? So D is equal to determinant of delta Ij. We know that determinant of delta Ij value is 1. I have explained that while defining delta Ij symbol, there we have find out the value of delta Ij, determinant of delta Ij value, and we got it as 1. Okay. So now it is very simple. In your equality 1, if you substitute D is equal to 1 and if you set Aij is equal to delta Ij, you will get this inequality. Right? So this is nothing but your second proof. So the third one is, we have to prove that epsilon ijk, epsilon pqk is equal to delta ip, delta jq minus delta IQ delta JP. This is what we have to prove now. Okay, so again this is also we will consider this from the first equality itself. That means from this, if this is true, we have to verify this one, and we have two more relations. Those four relations also satisfies. Okay, so now we know that epsilon ijk epsilon pqk will be equal to determinant of delta ip delta iq delta ik delta jp delta jq delta jk and delta kp delta kq delta kk. Right, so now find out the determinant of this. You will get delta ip into delta jq delta kk minus delta jk into delta kq minus delta iq into delta jp delta kk minus delta kp delta jk plus delta ik into delta jp delta kq minus delta kp delta jq. This is nothing but determinant of this, right? So now what is the value of delta kk? Since we have dummy suffixes, the value of delta kk is 3. So delta ip into 3 into delta jq minus I will use substitution property here. We have delta jk delta kq is equal to delta jq. We have seen in substitution property, you can remember that. Okay, so from that this will become delta jq minus delta iq into, this is nothing but 3, the value of delta kk, 3 into delta jp minus, again use substitution property here. You will get this as delta jp plus delta ik into delta jp. I cannot use any substitution property for this as well as for this, since all are free suffixes here. I will rewrite this as it is. Okay, so now this will become 3 times of delta jq delta ip minus delta ip delta jq minus 3 times of delta jp delta iq plus delta iq delta jp plus delta ik delta jp delta kq minus delta ik delta kp delta jq. So now again I will use substitution property. I can use substitution property for this term and this term, right? So 3 into delta jq delta ip as it is. Your first 4 terms retain as it is. The next 2 terms will become delta jp, I will retain as it is. Delta ik delta kq gives you delta iq using substitution property. Again here retain delta jq as it is, and from this you will get delta ip, right? So now you can solve this. If you solve this, you will get, see, 3 delta jq delta ip. Here I have minus delta jq delta ip. So from this you will get 2 times of delta jq delta ip, and I have minus delta ip delta jq. So you will get 1 delta jq delta ip. Similarly here I have minus 3 delta jp jq plus delta iq delta jp gives you minus 2. So minus, so here you will get minus delta iq delta JP. Right, here I made a mistake that I have written minus, so it is plus. You can observe. So this is the required result, right? So the next one we supposed to prove is, we have to prove epsilon ijk, epsilon pjk is equal to 2 times of delta ip. This is what we have to prove now. Okay. So what I will do is, I know the value of epsilon ijk, epsilon pqk. Here in the place of q I have to substitute j. So in the same equality I will replace q by j. So what will happen? Delta jj delta ip minus delta iq delta jp, sorry, this is delta ij, right? So now delta jj value is 3 into, you will retain this delta ip as it is. Use substitution property here. You will get this as delta ip. So 3 delta ip minus delta ip is 2 delta ip. Right? So the last one is, we have to prove epsilon ijk, epsilon ijk is equal to 2 times of, sorry, we have to prove this is equal to 6. Okay. So again, now use this equality. In the place of p I have I. That's it. So you will get this as 2 into delta ii. Since I is dummy suffixes, the value of delta ii is 3. You will get 2 into 3. 2 3s are 6. So this is the required result. So now using the same result, using this result, we have proved 4 properties of the combination of delta and epsilon, right? So this is all about this problem. Let's solve one more problem, that is, if ai is equal to epsilon ijk bjk, we have to find out a1, a2 and a3. Okay, so the value of I is 1, 2 and 3. That means you can observe your RHS, j and k both are dummy suffixes here. So you will get a1 as epsilon 1 jk bjk. So the summation will be taken over j as well as k. So I can write this as j is equal to 1 to 3, summation k is equal to 1 to 3, epsilon 1 jk bjk. Expand over k first, you will get summation j is equal to 1 to 3, epsilon 1 j1 bj1 plus epsilon 1 j2 bj2 plus epsilon 1 j3 bj3. Right? So now I have to expand these 3 terms separately over j is equal to 1 to 3. So you will get epsilon for first term, if I expand over j, epsilon 111 b1 plus epsilon 121 b21 plus epsilon 131 b31. Similarly, the second term will be epsilon 112 b12 plus epsilon 122 b22 plus epsilon 132 b32. Similarly, epsilon 113 b13 plus epsilon 123 b23 plus epsilon 133 b33. Now use the definition of epsilon ijk symbol. Here the suffixes are repeated. So this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. here it is 0 and this one 0. You will get epsilon 132 B32 plus epsilon, and this term is also 0. So epsilon 123 B23. So now if I consider this is my cyclic order, 1 2 3 means this is 1, and here I have 1 3 2, this is acyclic manner. So epsilon 132 takes the value -1. You will get A1 as B23 minus B32, right? So similarly, find out the value of A2. A2 will be epsilon 2jk bjk. So use the same procedure. You will get A2 as B31 minus B13, and A3 will be epsilon 3jk bjk. Use the same procedure. You will get A3 as B12 minus B21. So you should be very careful while considering the dummy suffixes, because we will take the summation over your dummy suffixes. If you neglect the dummy suffixes, you will not get the required result, and you cannot apply the definition of epsilon ijk if you don't understand the concept of dummy suffix and free suffix. Okay. The next problem is, if aij is equal to minus aji and bi is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon ijk ajk, we have to prove that apq is equal to epsilon pqr br. Okay. So what I will do is, I will consider your RHS part, that is epsilon pqr into br. From the given thing we have bi. Okay. So using this I can write it for br, right? Only the thing is, in the place of I have r here. So this is nothing but 1 by 2 epsilon rjk into epsilon ijk ajk, right? So in the previous discussion we have seen that epsilon ijk epsilon pqk is equal to delta ip delta jq minus delta jiq delta jp. I will use this inequality here. Okay. So you will get 1 by 2 into delta pj delta qk minus delta pk delta qj. Compare the suffixes, this is not difficult, right? Into ajk as it is. So this is equal to half into, now use substitution property here, you will get apq, and if you take substitution property for these two and then the resultant with this, you will get it as AQP. Okay, so from these two you will get PJ. So QJ, PJ, from that you will get QP. Given thing is Aij is equal to minus AJI. So I can write this as 1 over 2 into APQ plus APQ. This is 2 times of APQ divided by 2, you will get APQ. So I have proved that epsilon PQR is equal to APQ. We will solve some more problems in the next session. Okay, thank you.